That's the moon. I don't never see y'all looking at the moon at night. Y'all be having the most perfect videos during the day. But who go for a walk at night? They're my people. I don't see it. Only time y'all be outside is when y'all going to the club. That's when y'all say y'all outside. I say I'm outside. I'm really outside. That's a planet. And y'all been looking at it thinking it was a star. It was people calling the police last month. So many people called the police last month because they thought that these two stars and these two planets in the sky was UFOs. And y'all was at the club and they was outside thinking that these planets was UFOs. Because they look like big ass stars that don't look like a normal star. So people was freaking out. They said they had so many 911 calls. I think it was Jupiter and oh my God, I can't remember now. I done forgot more stuff than I know because I know so much stuff about so much stuff that I forget stuff that's old. This happened last month. I'm up on some new shit now, you know what I'm saying? Reading about other things, but banks done failed and everything, so I ain't on the stars, but I know I read about it, and I told my daughter, I said, damn, star right here. I'm sorry. This star right here, because that's the moon. I said, damn, that look like... I said, Taylor, because we go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, it look like this outside. I said, Taylor, why do that star look so bright? And I said, I bet that's a planet because there's some stars over here that you can't see. And they out too. But you just, my phone, this camera not going to pick that up. But what's really cool is that you see the moon. There's stars out there. But the brightest one, let me find it because I'm walking. The brightest one looks like it's over here now. The brightest one looks like a bright star because it's like that's not the North Star. And come to find out, it's really not. But yeah, anyway, man, that's my shit. The moon is my shit too. So I'll be outside. Like, this my outside. And I just be wanting people to know that. That's all. I think it's important to know what's going on outside. Like, you live here. You need to come outside in the dark. And you know what? I feel safe. I create a safe place around me before I go for a walk. And I do my outside different. I be outside, like, this is my neighborhood. So it's cool to go outside too, y'all. Hey y'all, I just left the gym stayed there a little longer today because I ain't have to rush and leave and go to work. And I was like, I gotta plant my. I may have, or I might not have taken this from work at one of the houses I was at. I allegedly took a piece home so I could start my own and propagate it myself. So it's been about 2 weeks, and I can see the little roots in here. But I thought, let me go ahead and plant it so I don't have to keep shocking it, taking it from one environment to another, because I already peeled it off, well, allegedly. I already took it off of its mom plant. So I'ma just put it in here and twirl it around with the nodes down, like I saw on TikTok. Yeah, I know Buddy's out here. And supposed to have bobby pins to hold it down. So I'll get those too. But yeah, I was just like, I'm going to plant it and then let the roots come up how they want to. And then that way I don't have to move it again. It's gonna grow up here and just do its thing. So I just changed this water about 3 days ago. So yeah, I'm about to shower, and today is Tuesday. See, today's Tuesday. And I'm off today. I was off yesterday. I caught the sunset last night. It was so pretty. And today I'm going, I don't know, I'm gonna go to a beach or on a hiking trail or to a sunflower farm I found. I don't know. I'm just gonna shower and I'm gonna read my Bible, and then it's so early in the morning. We'll see where the day takes us. So yeah, here's my new pot. Oh no. I just poured all the water out. Silly me. There she is. So she's just gonna sit like that. But yeah, she has been propagated. What's up, folks? It is still Tuesday, and I was telling y'all I was gonna take y'all on an adventure. And since it's cloudy out here because it's raining somewhere, I'm not getting in the water like I thought I was. And then I got on flip-flops, so I can't go to this trail that a coworker told me about because I don't have on the appropriate shoes. So I was like, oh, let me go by the sunflower farm. And I got over there, so I put the sunflower farm in my GPS, and I got over there, and it's like a big field. I was thinking it was gonna be like the lavender farm, unless I went to the wrong place. So now I gotta go back to work tomorrow and ask if I was in the right place, because when I pulled up, I just saw a field of sunflowers, and I'm not getting out. First of all, there's nowhere to park. Like, you would have to turn off the street, and like, so yeah, I'm like, that don't look safe to me at all. So, yeah, I'm not going in there the lavender farm actually had people working, and they had stuff for sale, and they had buildings, and so I was thinking the same thing with the sunflower farm. I thought I was gonna go in there and take pictures with these tall sunflowers, and which they're there, I saw them, but I ain't just getting out and just no. So now I'm like, gosh, it's only 3 o'clock and I gotta work tomorrow, and this is like my Sunday, so I want to do something, but I don't necessarily need to do a whole lot. So I was like, I would just go to the beach that is not really like the one that you get in. It's just chairs and stuff, and you can go out there. The one I went skating I was in my older videos, like a couple weeks ago, I went skating, and so I'm gonna just go over there and see what everybody's up to. So yeah, I just been in the car. I had to go to Goodwill and drop off all the stuff that I had bagged up a week ago, and since it's been in the trunk, I forgot about it. Then I was like, I need to go to Goodwill and drop that stuff off. I've been riding around with it for a week in the trunk, and I'm so glad we ain't went grocery shopping or nothing. People will just pull out in front of you. I'm glad I be paying attention. So I was way over there on that side of town. So I just pretty much drove like not the whole island, but like a whole like part of it, and did this whole loop back around. So now I'm back on my side of town, and that's what I was like, I don't want to go home. I've been in the house all morning. I finally got myself out. I read my Bible. I repotted my little plant, and I made me some breakfast. I worked out. I had a shower. I took a nap. So I'm up, and I don't want to go home, because when I go home, it's time to wind down and get ready to go to sleep for the night. So I think, it's really windy, so I don't know. Like, I'm looking at the water right now, and it's like so windy. How windy it is, it'll make the caps on the water, it'll be white. So I'm like, definitely not trying to get in no water. The sun ain't even out. It's an overcast, but it's still 80 degrees, so it's hot, but it's not enough for me to get in the water. Maybe if I was visiting and I was already here, I'd be in my bathing suit. But nah, I know the days get way nicer than this, so I ain't putting no bathing suit on. I ain't had no bathing suit on in like, because this is like the winter time, so it's raining all the time. I haven't had on a bathing suit. I mean, I had one on like in my last video, but I didn't really I got in the water, but it wasn't like swimming like off in the water. Like, I haven't done that since probably, is it March? Gosh, it must be November probably, since I had on a swimsuit and actually got in the water. I cannot think of a time. Like, I always am at the beach, but I'm not wearing a bathing suit sitting in the water, like getting in the water, because when the mainland went through winter time, it was raining over here, and now it's spring and it's still raining. So the water just be, and if the sky ain't bright and clear and sunny, then I don't want to get in the water. So anyway, I'ma love standing beside the ocean. Like, it's enough for me to just go sit there, so I don't be tripping. You know, Maui, the ocean is just so different over here. Like, it's kind of rough. Like, they got trade winds coming in from all over, and so I guess that's why they get these weird, like, currents. You know, you can see the riptides come up on the beach when the water goes back into the ocean, but it's like scary to me, because I'm used to, like, when I go to the ocean, when I go to Florida, like, I'm out there neck deep in the water, like swimming, just out there. Here, no, not too much. They got so many red flags or yellow flags that they flying all the time. They have big signs like warning this, and that. You know, in certain areas, the water just too crazy to even be trying to do all that swimming. That's why all the surfers come over here, because they want to surf the waves. So it's like, no, I don't want to do a lot of swimming in y'all's water. I've been carried all down to Australia, and I'm good. I'm a good swimmer, but I don't want to be doing no fight for my life swimming. You know, so I be chilling on the beach. Like, I get in the water and do just enough here. It ain't like when I be in Florida, like I'm all in out there. But here, I just pay attention, and I notice, you know, it ain't too many. Like, it is people in the water. Don't, like, let me not say it wrong. But for the most part, if you gotta put up all them flags and signs and stuff, then, you know, me putting one and one together, I don't like that too. So I just be chilling. I ain't doing too much. So we just gonna go over here. I had a cool 2 days off, and I'm back in the office this week. So until Saturday, that's as far out as the schedule goes. I'm in the office doing coordinating work. So I'm not cleaning the units, which is because I like moving around, and so to sit down at a desk is different for me, because I've been up and moving the whole time since I started working here last summer. So I'm not used to sitting down, and it's cold in there. Oh, it be cold in there. Like, I go outside and walk around in the parking lot so that I can warm up, because it's so cold in there. I eat my lunch outside in the sun. We got these tents that you can sit under and eat your lunch to get away from the sun. I set my stuff out from under the tent and sit in the sun, because I'm thawing out. Like, my coworkers be pulling up, seeing me sitting out there. They're like, Sandra, why you sitting outside in the sun? Because I'm thawing out. That's why. So yeah, today I just be chilling when I'm off. Sometimes, like yesterday, I said I was going somewhere, and I didn't end up going nowhere, because when I got from the gym and I took a shower, I'm about to have to do a detour, because it is just way too much traffic over here. Yeah, I'm happy that I know my way around my little side of town, because if not, I would have to sit through all the tourism traffic that's on this main street that wants to take you to the beach or whatever. Like, I'm happy I know how to go around, because Lord have mercy, it's crazy. And it ain't even summertime. I remember coming over here in the summer, how much traffic it was, and then it kind of like died down, and then it came back. But it ain't like it's going to be by the time school get out in a couple months. So it's gonna be wild having all these cars over here on this little bitty rock. It's crazy to think about how many cars is really over here, and it's just a small little area, like Maui small, you know. It's probably, I think I counted is 4 major roads or 3 major roads, and then you got all these little streets that come off of it, of course. But yeah, it's small, and it be crammed on them major streets. Like, gosh, when everybody seem like everybody get off of work at 4 o'clock, it's 3:30 right now, so the streets they lining up. So I just took this little detour, and I want to go downtown. Well, I don't want to call it downtown, but I want to go down to the water, but the little one street that gets me there is jammed. Like, gosh, it makes me want to go home because I'm right across the street from my house, but I said I don't want to go home. So yeah, anyway, having last week I had 4 days off, and then because of my surgery, which I'm really like back in the gym full throttle. Like, well, I don't want to say full throttle because I didn't run. I haven't ran yet, and you know, picking my legs up to run like that, I haven't done that yet. But I have been squatting, I have been lifting, I have been on the Stairmaster. I may as well run. I done everything else, but I'm scared to run because I be running for real on the treadmill, and I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm trying to give myself time. Like, today is just a week. Like, today I got the surgery today, a week ago, and I put myself back in the gym yesterday on Monday. So I waited 6 days and was back in the gym, and my follow-up appointment ain't even until next Tuesday, which is 2 weeks. So I don't know. I don't think I've been released. I got to go back to work, and he know the type of work I do. So, you know what? I just tried to come around another way. And the way this traffic looks, I'm about to carry my ass home because I don't like traffic. Look at this traffic. See, I don't like all of that. I'm not really interested in doing all of that. So, I'm going home. Like, I ain't even tripping because, you know, things happen the way they supposed to. I ain't got to be tripping. I can come tomorrow. I get off of work at 3:30. It ain't nothing to get home, change, and go to the beach. And maybe the weather will be maybe the sun will actually be out. It's so cloudy. He out, but the clouds done hit him. So I don't even know why I have my shades on, because it really ain't like that out here. I think I left with them this morning, when I left, there was a little sun on my side. Then I went way over there on the other side of town. There was no sun, and I just kept them on, and I just been riding with them. But now that I take them off, I'm like, I never needed them. But yeah, it's just so much traffic, and it's like a lot of it. So I would have been better off walking, but I'm good. I'm just gonna go home, find me some dinner, and chill. I guess I'll find something to watch on TV. I accidentally realized that Coco Jones is the girl that sings that one song that they be wearing out on TikTok, and then I realized that Coco Jones is the girl off of Will Smith. And so when I put all of that together last week, it made me go see on Peacock if Will Smith's show Prince of Bel-Air was out with season 2. And I mean, golly, it came out in February, which I ain't that late. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's Coco Jones. She sing that song. That's the girl who sing that song. Like, I made all of that connect. I connected all of that in like 2 days last week. So over the course of 3 or 4 days, because I didn't have to work, I watched 1 and 2 episodes of Bel-Air, and got caught back up with it. And I liked the first season, so the second season was cute. The first season was cute. The second season, I'm like, please don't do too much. Please don't do too much drama. Like, can black people have a wholesome TV show, please? Without there being like a bunch of drugs, and don't let it be no adultery going on between the banks. Don't let it be like, don't do too much. I understand it's got to be some drama, but can we please just see a high class, healthy, functioning black community on TV? It's been enough drama. You know what I'm saying? It's been enough. And that's what makes me not want to watch TV, because it's like, God, it's got to be so much stupid stuff going on. I don't like to watch TV. I don't even watch it. I be watching YouTube, but I don't look at TV, because nobody holds my attention, for real, to be honest. Especially if you're doing a whole bunch of drama. So I hope that they don't do too much. But I'm happy to see that a season 2 was out. So I already watched that. So I was gonna say, I don't know, like I don't know what to look at. I accidentally found that because I was looking. I noticed that was Coco Jones, and it made me think of Bel-Air, and then I went and looked, and it was on. I was like, oh my God, I got something to watch on TV. So I already done looked at them 5 episodes. I think I finished my last one yesterday, to be honest. And I don't know what people be looking at on Netflix and stuff. Like, what's on there? I keep saying I'm going to go see Creed 3 in the theater, and I keep forgetting to do it. Other than that, I don't know what to watch. I be trying to watch stuff. I really do. I will look through something. If I sit myself down and say, okay, I'm going to watch TV. It's very rare that happens, but when I do it, I really be looking for something, and I be like, I don't see nothing. I don't see absolutely anything that I want to sit here and look at. So I might turn something on and then go get my phone and start scrolling. Or I'll turn the TV off and get up and go on my... Like, I cannot find nothing to watch. I just wish somebody would tell me what y'all be looking at. Because I really want to know. Like, I want to see, will I like it? But I don't know. Like, I look on Netflix and stuff, and I just be like, shit, I don't know. I don't want to watch nobody get killed. I don't want to watch no slavery movies. I don't want to watch a whole bunch of shooting. I'm not an action-packed person. I know that's canceling out a lot of movies. I'm not a scary movie person. I don't want to watch blood, killing, fighting. Like, and I know Creed is fighting, but he not gonna kill nobody. I don't really care for all the guns and stuff, like drugs and, you know, like slaves, and I don't want to watch all that. I want to watch stuff that like feels good. I want it to feel good. I don't want to leave from this movie feeling worse than when I came to watch it, before I came to watch it. That's crazy. Watching slave stuff had me feeling crazy at work the next day, and just, thinking about it just makes my spirit, I don't know, I cannot watch a slave movie or post-slavery. Right after they got out of slavery, I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see The Color Purple. I have not finished it. I try to watch it. There's no reason for me to watch it. It doesn't, absolutely nothing for me to see them look like that. I don't want to watch nothing oppressive. How about that? But yeah, so once I get through all of the with my filter, once I filter through all the shit I don't want to look at, then hell, I ain't really left with too much. So shit. I said all of that to say that. But if you give me a romance movie, like I'm a sucker for them. I sit there and watch a romance movie, listen, crying and everything. Love them. I love. I love romance movies. I really do. So I tried to watch The Best Man. It really didn't keep my attention. I tried though. I seen what they was trying to do. It just didn't keep my attention. So I ended up picking my phone up for something. I probably wanted to Google how far the earth is from the sun or something, and I picked that up and Googled that during one of the shows, and then next thing you know, the TV's like, are you still looking at this? And I was like, oh, let me turn the TV off. So that's why I be reading. But I decided I'm not going to buy no more books. I finished my 5 a.m. crew book a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And I've been trying to figure out what book do I want to order next, because I got so many in my cart on Amazon that I just go in there and I pick one and I order it like every 2 weeks. But something really like got in my spirit and was like, don't buy no more books. The book you need to read is the Bible. And I was like, oh wow, you're right. I need to read the Bible. Like, yeah, don't order no more books. Just read the Bible this year. See, last year was like me trying to get to a place where I understood myself and wanting to renew my mind. And so I ordered a whole lot of self-help books and very spiritually driven books that was gonna give me tools to get out of the mind frame that I was in, and help along the journey of my journey of what I was going through, and it did through that, all the way up until this point. And now it's like, before I even ordered the 5 a.m. club book, I already said no, because I tried to read that one book about that little boy and that little girl that I got off of TikTok. And I was like, I like to look at movies that have to do with love, but I don't want to read the book. And I realized that halfway through that book, and I was like, Lord, I cannot wait till this is over. So I went back and ordered the 5 a.m. crew, because that was another self-help book. And I thought, I like this. This is my lane. Then I read that book, and I didn't order another one. I was thinking like, what book do I want to order? And that's when I'm telling you, like, my spirit, like, set in my spirit. I don't like to say something. I feel like it was God just telling me, like, you need to read the Bible. You done read all these other books and got all this help and tools and knowledge and you know what I'm saying? But now it's time for you to read the real book. And I was like, wow, you're right. And then tell me why I'm scrolling on TikTok, just laughing away as usual. And then one of these TikToks come up, and the dude was like himself. He was God and he was an angel. And the first scene was God, which was himself dressed up as like God. And he was like, why haven't you been reading your Bible? And then the next scene pans over to him as himself, and he's like, before he can say anything, the angel comes through, which is still himself. He come in the room playing his music with his phone, cracking up, laughing, talking about how he been on TikTok. You know, this is where he spent his time at. And it was just the funniest video. I cried laughing because this is days after I had already been told that I need to read my Bible and not order no more books. Well, I didn't order no more books, but I still hadn't really like sat down and pulled my Bible out and said, okay, this is what we get ready to do. So when that TikTok came along and I saw it, I was crying laughing because it was like, okay, God, okay. I even sent it to Taylor because I had told Taylor, I was like, I'm not buying no more books. I gotta read my Bible. I've been convicted. I told her that. And so when I sent her that TikTok, she cried laughing. I could hear her in her room just dying because it was like, and I told her, I said, God don't let me do nothing. So right after that, I just deleted TikTok. I've had enough. I've been on there about 2 months strong. You know, set my timer to get on there. And then sometimes I don't set my timer and I just be on there too much. So I was like, you know what? I just got out. After that post, after that TikTok, I watched laughing and crying. I was just like, okay, God. He come through me. He comes for me. He always has. He always has. But I'm so sensitive to it now that it's like, okay, you ain't got to keep on telling me. I deleted TikTok, and that morning I got up and got my Bible and set it on my bed and was like, all right, here we go. I'm starting at Genesis like I ain't never opened this book before. And I just want to go through from Genesis and let him guide me to how he want me to read, you know, as we get, and this is the first time that I have really sat down to commit to reading the Bible. Yes, I done read plenty of verses, and yes, I done devotionals and Bible studies and all that, but I'm talking about on my own, sit down and word for word read this Bible. Like, this is gonna be my first time in my life to sit down and commit to this, and I'm so happy to go on this journey with God, because it's crazy, because like I say all the time, you have got to be careful what you talk about in your prayers to him, what you ask him, what you tell him, because everything in my journals, like I will go and reread my journal, especially this one. This journal that I started in January is nothing like any of the other journals that I've used before, because I'm not writing anything negative or sad or depressed or anything that I'm going through, because I'm not going through those types of things anymore. So this journal, I write about all my blessings and peace and all the joy I have. I write about everything positive. I have my everything that I'm grateful for. I'll get up and I'll just write that out of the blue. I write letters to myself from my future self to myself today. And, they're letters of, where I'm at in my life years from now, that I write to myself for myself today to read. So it's like my journals now are nothing like the ones I used to write before, where I was praying and asking God, about different situations and crying about this. And like, I'm not that person no more, so I don't write like that. So when I go back and read my journals now, it ain't nothing but refreshing things that I've said. I talk about greatness I write about greatness in my journals. So when I go back and read them, I'm not putting a lower a vibration, because everything that I have written since January is in such a high vibration. So what I said in January was that, God, at this point in my life, right now, this year, I do not want to chase anybody, any money, any material things, I don't want to chase nothing. I just want to have you at the forefront of my life. And going back reading that allows me to see that there are some things that I still need to do outside of paying my tithes, or like, you need to like really get in your word. And that is something that I think that he just was like, okay, well, you told me in January, like, you wanted me at the front of your life, and that you didn't want nothing else matter but me. But you could probably spend more time in your Bible than you do on TikTok. And so that's where that came from. So yeah, I started yesterday, and I was just like, let's do it. I'm ready. You right. I did write that. You gotta be careful what you tell God and what you ask him for, because he's coming. So yeah, I did say that. I said I don't want it. Nothing else matters but you, because I know I've been out here doing this thing on my own, and just running around and doing them figure eights like the children did when Pharaoh let them go, and they ran around in figure eights for years, complaining and crying and just not obeying. And I did that too. So from this point, from the 41-year-old till he come and call me back home, I want to do it his way. And I've got to start, like, I can't know his way if I don't really get like deep dive into the word and get a whole full understanding of it for myself. And I'm just ready to do it. Like, I don't have nothing else to prove to him but that I'm gonna give my time to you, because I can wake up and meditate and go to the gym and say my prayers and go do this for work and have a night routine and do all of that. But to like really just dedicate more time to him is what I have to do, and it's what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing for me to just send money in an app and be like, okay, I pay my tithes. And, that's basic stuff anyway. If you following him for as many years as I've been following him, it ain't no reason why I don't pay my tithes. Like, but yeah, so TikTok is gone, and for good this time. I get it and put it back, because I know it's just like a black hole. And I think I picked it back up in February, so I've had enough time with it. And like I said, it wasn't no way I could just keep on scrolling after that TikTok that I saw 2 nights ago. So I'm gonna read this book and take y'all on this journey, because it needs to happen. I need to do it for me. And I just want to get in there and see like where I'm gonna go in God. I don't know about y'all, but it was a time when I was really on fire for God. Like, I really was on fire for God. Before, when I was in the military, and when I was living in Washington, when I was in the military, and then when I went to Florida, like, I was on fire for God, and I moved up to Kentucky, back to my hometown, and it's like I lost it. I lost that fire, that flame burnt out. I didn't have the pastoring that I had in Pensacola. I ain't trying to talk about nobody as a pastor, but good Lord, it was just a different, like, it was like home cooked food versus fast food. Like, fast food good, but it don't have no substance to it, and so you're gonna be hungry fast. Where, that soul food, that stuff kind of like stick to you. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't have that in Bowling Green. I tried a couple of churches and it wasn't sticking, and I was getting further and further and further away. That flame was going out. That flame went out. And I could see it when it happened, and see the timeline of me moving back to Kentucky on fire for God, and just, so I want that back. I missed it. I want to be on fire for Him again. I don't want to be lukewarm. I don't want to be hot one day, cold the next. I just want to be on fire for God. Like, don't nothing else matter to me. Don't no relationship with no man matter to me. Like, I am a wife already. I just know that I'm going to be married, and that doesn't worry me. I just have to get myself to a place where God feels like, okay, you're ready, right? Because I was doing these jump starts before, and I just wasn't ready, and so the stuff didn't pan out. I also want for Him to be ready too. And I also want to just feel like if He is for me, He got to go through God to get to me, because I'm going to be so caught up in God. I'm going to be so caught up in God that man got to go through God to get to me. So anybody that come along in my life right now, like, nah, it's not gonna pan out, I don't think. And I don't want to speak negatively over my life, but I know deep down, like, nah. No, because I'm busy. Like, if between spending time with myself, between going to work, between going to the gym and just chilling, like, to have to divide that time up into getting to know somebody right now, like, they would be feeling like I don't care. And it ain't that I don't care, but it's just like, I don't want to cut off nothing right now that I'm doing. I don't want to sacrifice the time from what I'm doing right now to be trying to build nothing with nobody. So, with that being said, I just want to get into the word and let God continue to renew my mind, because I asked Him to do that for me last year, and He really has. It took a lot of time. It took a lot for me to go through, but God really done renew my mind. I done read a lot of books that have helped renew my mind, and now it's time to read the book. And yeah. So it makes me happy to finally be like, okay, I gotta stop playing. I don't know how much time I got left, and I don't want to mess around and get to heaven and He be like, what took you so long? And then my guardian angel come out laughing on TikTok. Ooh. So yeah, I just don't even want to feel like I'm doing this to gain anything. Like, I don't pay my tithes to get things back. I just give because I want to do it. He don't even want you to give and be like, oh my God, I can't believe. If you gonna do all that, that's just like you asking somebody for something and they taking you through a whole lot to give it to you, and then they doing all this crying about having to give it to you. You just be like, you know what, don't worry about it. That's how he is with tithing. I don't want him to feel like, oh, well, God, I tithed last week. I need you to bless me tremendously. Bless my, like, no. That don't have nothing, that ain't, if he choose to do so, fine. But that's not how that works. So I'm not trying to go into this ministry with myself and think that, oh, if he see me reading my Bible, he gonna bless me. Like, no, the same way I get to know somebody else and spend time hanging on the phone and texting them all day, which would disgust me right now if I had to do all that to get to know somebody. I don't do that with him, in his word, in his book, and just chase after him. I feel like I don't want to say I chased after nobody, because I don't think I've ever done no mess like that. But the chances I done gave a lot of people in my life, I know that I have got to give myself a chance to really get this right with him on my own. I don't need no help. When I was on fire for God 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it was like I didn't need no help. I mean, I don't say I need no help. I had help. I was surrounded by people who was on fire. My pastor was on fire, and he was the most, the teaching that I got from him and understanding how family dynamics is supposed to be, and you know, just the wow, I can't even put into words what I got from these churches in Florida and in Washington that just really lit a freaking fire under me, and I carried that thing, like, you know, and just to have it just sizzle out is like crazy looking back at it. So I'm gonna do the work on my own this time and get there again and be on fire for him, because what else really freaking matters? Didn't Paul say don't nothing else matter? Don't nothing matter. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here and go in the house, because I've been sitting in this car preaching for the last 10 minutes. But yeah, man, I just want to be real and keep it real. I'm not all the way, he ain't done with nobody yet. If he's done, then I would think that you probably be in heaven. So we just got these times and these moments that he give us to try to get back to him. And that's what I want to do. I want to get back to God. I'm getting back to God, like taking and stripping things away that don't matter and really putting him back up at the focal point of my life, instead of trying to worry about my purpose and money and moving and my kids and you know, things that I really, like, at the end of the day don't have no control over. I know for a fact, I know without a shadow of a doubt, if I just keep my eyes on him, he's gonna put everything else around me. I don't have to do nothing. I don't see him do it too many times. I've seen him do it too many times. So I got my mind right. I'm in the gym getting my body right. Like, when I do go outside, it's gonna be sad, because I'm gonna be just turning people down. Like, I'm sorry, but no, I don't. You can't have my number, and I don't want yours. And I'm not even sorry. So let me not say that either. Anyway, y'all, let me get out this car before I start sweating. I'll see y'all later.